Right, we're recording. Here we go. What we have is polished marble, Carrera Marfil, quite highly polished as you can see. What we're going to do is deliberately damage it or etch it with some red wine. Here you go, Craig, you put some on. That'll do. Just show everybody the camera that there's red wine, Craig. Just put it in camera view. There we go. Echo Falls, we're not giving them a pun, but there you go. So we're going to leave that on. And we're going to come back 15 minutes. Let it do its damage. We're going to wax that off, and then we're going to show you a new product we've got that we make here. It's called Reduxa. It's a Tile Doctor product, and we're going to come back and show you how it works. Okay, here we are. We're about an hour and a half later now. By the time we get back to it, being busy with other things. So that should give it long enough time for that red wine to stain the floor. So here you go, Vax. Click the Vax. Let's go back to it. Here we go. Now this is Reduxa. This is the product I'm going to use. Okay, so this is the first coat. You have to do this about 5 or 6 times, maybe sometimes 7. I've even been up to 8 in the past. But on average about 5 or 6 does it. Now the reason why this is stained is red wine has tannic acid in it. Also has a very heavy dye in it from the grapes, and the tannic acid mixes with the dye, and it gets into the stone, it upsets it. Tannic acid. Coffee's got tannic acid. Vinegar's acetic acid. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, that sort of thing, they're phosphoric acids. What else we got? As you can see, there's quite a lot of acids you get in the kitchen environment just from being in that sort of environment that you wouldn't get in a hallway or in a living room. Mainly the kitchen's a big problem. There we go, I'm doing that. 20 seconds. There we go. Put this on again. Eventually, you'll start to see this heat transference come off here. What's happening there is we're heating the tile up. Is it on? Yeah. So what we have to do this 5 or 6 times to drag this stain out basically. It's a peroxide formula, so basically it's making it invisible, and it's a permanent. It's the same sort of peroxide you use, ladies use in their hair, and then you get the permanent oxide. The only reason is with the peroxide, that it discolours for, is that the hair grows, so the roots come through. But with this, the stone is inert.
Keep going off. So.
This is number 4. You see it's getting a bit lighter. There you go. Now, should start to see a bit of heat soon. Let's try it now. Hopefully you can see some heat. You see the heat now? There you go. That's what we want to see. That's now starting to work basically. It's took about 5 to get it to there. So you usually have to do a couple more times now just to... All stones are different, see? All of them are slightly more porous than each. All stones can be different porosity between stones basically, and because of this we need to you've got to work with it. Some are a lot easier to do than others, but this is polished marble, which is always the hardest one I find. This will work the same on limestone. We test it on limestone, we test it on travertine, they're both what we call calcareous stones, as is marble. So it's mainly for this sort of stone that you get these type of stains. This wouldn't be a problem on, say, slates, it wouldn't be a problem on sandstone as such, because they're not acid sensitive stones. Seconds. There's no smell, there's nothing there. It's not a carcinogenic product, so there's no problem there. So it's a safe product to work with. As you see, I'm not wearing any gloves with this thing. It's mainly done with a heat gun. So this is number 6. I'm just about to go on to number 7 now. I just think it's going to take one more go to get on. There we go, good mix, there we go, it's all heat there. You see the stain is, it's lost its colour now, the stain, it's just blending in with the stone. Now the only problem we do it on this one, this is polished marble. Okay, so we may have to just use the twister pad, just get the shine back basically, because it's a polished marble. You wouldn't have to do that on limestone or travertine as such. Well, this is a polished marble, so we've got to re-polish it slightly. Shouldn't take long. We'll do that as well on camera. There we go. I think we'll do this one more time and that's it. I'm probably going a bit OTT here. I'm pretty sure the stain's out now, I can't see the sign of it. Oh, it's quite hot to the touch. As you can see, it doesn't damage the stone. The stone's laid on a cement base. There is flexible adhesive as well. It doesn't need to be flexible, but it just happens to be flexible with the underfloor heating we have with this floor. Now I've got to repolish this, but the stain is out. What you're seeing there is where it's a bit darker from the damage it's done by the etching. So to get the etching out, I'm going to repolish it with our twister pad, which I'm going to do now. Pause. Okay, put the water down in there, Craig. That'll do, that's all we need. All we're going to do is just polish this tile. We have a certain pad, we call them a burnishing pad. Here we go. I'm going to go around it about 3 or 4 times. Should do it. 3 or 4 is about an average. Okay, now we just use the yellow pad. I've just faxed everything up now. We're going to go with the green burnishing pad now. So I'm just going to make sure everything's fully dry though. So I'm just going to use this heat gun. Because if you put too much moisture down, because you remember the marker's around here somewhere. But we've still got one pad to use. What I'm trying to do now is get the polish back on the shine on the marble polish. So we're going to do that with our machine, the green burnishing pad. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of water, spray bottle. There you go, that's all I need. 1 sugar full's enough. Put that on there. And we're going to just go and get this towel nice and buffed up nicely now. Let's have a look what we got here. There you go. As you can see, stain gone. Back to normal again. And that's with the magic of our own product, which you can't get anywhere else in the country. It's called Reduxa.